and welcome to the Flory Models Flory Fest 2023. Here we are with you, 7:30 p.m. on the 23rd of September 2023. How are we doing then, guys? We all good?
Yeah.
Still going? Come on, keep going, everyone. It's a marathon here. Come on. You wait. 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, everyone will be hanging. Absolutely hanging. Anyway, lovely to be back on again with you all. Hello, John is back with us from the land of Postman Pat.
Hello.
How was today, John?
Yeah, same old.
What, loving it? Singing as you're doing your rounds?
Living the dream.
You get chased by any dogs?
No. It was alright. Weather's okay, so I can't complain really.
Well, you could, but no one cares. I know, you can complain as much as you like, but I'm on the other hand saying, just do your job. Anyway, I trust you're all doing very well at home. You've been enjoying it so far. Don't forget, just a reminder, you can catch up with all of these shows if you have missed one. They're all available on the players. You can go back anytime and watch this all over again. So if you're really feeling down, give it a whirl. That'll just push you over the edge.
Is that the slogan?
Yes. If you're feeling down, watch us and we'll brighten and lighten your day. So yes, anyway, hope you're all doing well. Right, just to say, we picked out 2 winners completely from the randomizer, which is basically me scrolling, and where I stop, you win. So for the Flory Models t-shirt, I'll post this to wherever you are in the world, and I picked out 2 people at random. And this is to David Edward. He was chatting on the YouTube. And so if you'd like to get in contact with me, same thing, go through contact me page on the florymodels.org site and I'll get that sent off to you. And then one of the Flory members in the Flory chat was Alan Reed. Congratulations to both of you. You've both won a t-shirt. Yay! So yes, well done, guys. As I say, we'll be giving away some more stuff tomorrow, so stay tuned. 2 lucky winners from the AM show and then 2 lucky winners from the PM show will get a little something as well. Tomorrow I might even chuck a sander in or 2 just to spice it up.
Steady on.
So yes, good job. Anyway, trust everyone is all doing well and ready for the quiz, because tonight is obviously quiz night. We'll do our usual housekeeping bits, but we will be doing that this evening. So make sure you've got a pen and paper ready. And how many questions are there tonight?
I think it's 30.
30. Are any of them multiple choice? And do I need me crayons?
Some of them you have to put things in the right order.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God.
Oh my God, it's getting technical now, isn't it?
It's nothing to do with me, I might add.
Right, so this time you've had a little bit of help, haven't you?
I have.
So, good job. Right, okay, so don't forget, the reason why we're all here is to take your money from you. So over on PM, they've got their next part of their mega flash sale is up. Don't forget, it's 15% off all kits, but this area here, which I will take you through the proper way, say 15% off all kits. But if you go into the special offers areas, just down in here, you can see this show's particular flash sale. All right, so you got around about sort of 25% off all of these kits down in here. We've got the gorgeous Jaguar, which I built. Was it last year I did it? I think it was last year.
Yeah, you did it last year, didn't you?
Last year. So again, beautiful kit. We did that look back sort of 15 years between doing that kit. That one there. Another one that I've done, to be honest, is the British Bulldog. Well, I did the normal 432, but it's roughly the same thing. So again, lovely kit as well. The Sea Vixen, very nice indeed. This is the little 72nd one, but it's a lovely kit as well. A kit I have done though is the Delphin, and I don't know why I call it Dolphin, but it sounds better. Anyway, so that's a lovely little kit as well. I built that one many moons ago now. I did it as part of a live series of shows, actually, funny enough. We've got the Andy's Hobby Headquarters 1/16 scale Sherman Easy 8. This is the big one. And again, really nice price on that. So instead of, is that 170 quid? Jesus. Okay, so we've got it up for...
Yeah, 170 to 117,
yeah, look at that. So, yeah, just for £118. That's a bargain, isn't it? Good chunk of cash off of that one.
That's 30% off.
30% off. There we go. So if you want to get yourself a Sherman, you want to do something a little bit bigger, size is everything, let's face it. You can grab that one right now. Also, we've got the Great Wall Hobbies little 72nd scale F15E. That is actually a really very nice kit indeed. Classics like myself, we've got the fantastic 1/48 scale Hasegawa F14A Tomcat. Still a fantastic kit. It's a beautiful kit from a beautiful aircraft.
Can
we just spend a moment just to appreciate the box art of how lovely that looks?
I'm just about to say that's the best looking aircraft ever to fly.
Shh.
Yeah.
Hush now. Shh. Just give it a moment. There we go. That's fine. That's it. We've all had that bit of a moment there. And again, we've got the F-105 Thunder Chief. Obviously, I know all about these, as we were just proving earlier. So again, we've got that one up as well. So if you want to grab one of them. And you tell you what, you wouldn't want to be in a knife fight. This thing's still got bombs in it. If I was him, I'd have dumped them a long time ago and run. But anyway, so yes, we got those down there. The classic A10 kit. I know obviously there's the newer version now with a couple of upgraded bits to make it the A10C. But if you fancy the true version of it, shall we say, the Cold War hero of the A10 in 1/48 scale, the Hobby Boss kit is still a beautiful kit. And obviously we've got the border models, nose section of the Lancaster.
And that's I can't remember what we did on that, Matt.
30% off, I think that as well.
Is it 30% as well on that one? So yeah, 30% off of that one. So Matt's did the HK nose section, didn't you?
I did indeed. Yeah.
Did indeed. Did a lovely job. But this is obviously the border models one, the sort of X-wing nut wings version of it, with all the nice canning and all the nice detail down into that one. So if you fancy, you don't fancy doing a massive 30-second scale Lancaster, you can do a very nice job just on the nose section. Down in there. All right, so if you want to grab any of those ones, remember they're going to stay up here live until what time, guys?
Probably tomorrow morning, to be honest.
Tomorrow morning. I was going to say we're going to let it roll over till tomorrow morning. Okay, so you got till tomorrow morning. So we've only got limited stocks of all of these as well. So once they're gone, they are gone, and that's it. Anything that's remaining will get retired back into the normal sort of areas until we have a mega flash sale at the end of tomorrow night. So it'll be a 1 hour feeding frenzy to grab all of these. So
is Andy not staying up through the night updating the specials every couple of hours then?
Well, I was hoping so.
I was planning to, but seeing as Matt wants it doing tomorrow morning, I'll not bother.
No, we'll let Andy off. He's fine.
Is that why you had that super caffeine medicine to keep
I was going to say, with what he's
Yes.
been drinking, he won't be sleeping, that's for sure.
No, I've not had that yet. Have I? I took a couple of cold and flu tablets because they got caffeine in them. Because I've got a bit of headache. I'll take those. So the caffeine gives me a bit of a
headache.
And I just had a coffee as well.
Oh God, he's going to be buzzing, being like Red Bull. So right, okay. Don't forget, I'm also doing 25% off all washes. So that's all the full sets and the thick individual washes. We've got a discount on the bottles, giving them away nice and cheap. Obviously the normal washes as well, and obviously on the pigment sets and things like that. I've only got 2 sets of pigments as well, so if you want them, grab them now, because I'm getting low on pigments. I'm going to have to get them ordered. But also you can get some merch if you fancy some merch. So we've got the mouse mat and the sticker set and the gift card set. And also we've got down in there, we've got the polo shirts, front and rear. We've got the t-shirts, which is just a single. We've got the aprons. We've got the hoodies, which unfortunately I think are out of stock of a couple of the sizes now. Unfortunately, I'm out of stock of the resin stuff. That's all gone this morning, but we have got some nozzles left over. If you're ever planning on doing a Harrier in 24 scale, which I can highly recommend, you're going to need a set of those as well. So they are all up there, along with our friends and colleagues. We had Brett on earlier over at High Altitude Hobbies.
He's
Obviously,
actually
in the US.
He's in YouTube chat at the moment.
Oh, is he? Oh, he's defected. He's in there now, is he? Okay. So High Altitude Hobbies. Obviously, Brett over in the States. If you're in the States, you might as well get your Flory model stuff from him. And obviously, he carries our range of products down in there, and he's doing 10% off everything right the way over the weekend. And if you are in Europe, you can get all the stuff from Serious Models over in Greece. They're doing 20% off the Flory models, bits and pieces as well. All right, so they've got some great offers and discounts down in there. Just click on there, and obviously with both sites, you can go and get all your various bits as well, all your paints, glues, and models and everything just down in there. Lastly, if you do want to get your picture shown, and we'll show it at the end of today's show, we can show your stuff. Just pop over and tag us in as official Flory models in your pictures. They'll appear down in here, and we'll be able to show your great work at the end of the show. So yes, good job. And because we didn't do it earlier because we forgot, but we will be doing our little thing about the group builds. We'll do that at the end of today's show as well, all right, for the upcoming ones, and then we can recap it tomorrow as well. So around about probably, past or something, we'll be doing the actual group builds and SIGs for next year, so you can plan ahead, get some kits in for it, and join us along with that next year. Cool.
Brett's in both chats.
Oh, he's in both. He's multitasking.
Multitasking, yeah.
He is.
Fair enough. Good job. Right, okay. So, without further ado...
Can I just, before we start,
Yeah.
Lewis says, is the UK out of Europe? Europe's a continent, and unless we move ourselves away, we're always in Europe. We're
What,
just out of the
the
European Union.
tectonic plates move.
Yeah, we're just we're just not in the European Union. Europe's a continent, so it's like saying
Yes.
it's Texas out of America, North America. Can't
Yes.
move.
No.
But yeah, we're still in Europe, just not in the European Union.
No.
It's from a legal point of view of VAT. That's where it all comes as copper. Because when we were part of the European Union, you know, the good old days, we didn't have to worry about import duties and VATs and all stuff like that because it was just one happy family. And then a few people decided to screw it all up for every small business in Britain. And probably quite a few on the continent as well. Anyway, that's enough of my ramblings. At least we can now steer ourselves with our own wooden oar in some wine or whatever it was. Do you remember that one? The arguments for why we need to leave the EU? Clearly, that's why I voted. So, yes. Anyway, good job. Right, Nathan, over to you for the 2023 Flory Fest quiz to see just how stupid everybody really is.
Or how evil I am. Just give it. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
you
a
know,
mess.
Pointless. It's a bit like that, this.
Yeah, what I
Oh,
was doing
someone's
it,
forgot
it's
we're
pointless
live.
doing this.
Yeah, that's right. It's pointless trying to have a go at it, but hey, we will try.
Okay, excuse the scrambled mess on the screen for 30 seconds. Let's share screen. Do that and do everything forward. There we go. Start from the first slide. So here we go. Thanks to Chris for helping out with the questions tonight.
Nate, just on your little thing, you just need to X out of your little picture-in-picture. That's it. That's it.
What's
Perfect.
that?
Yeah. Eyes down,
Right.
everybody. Pens and crayons ready.
You can't Google the first few, so don't even try. Right, so the first 5 questions, I've gone onto Google Street View. You've got to work out where am I? So I'll leave the picture up for a few seconds, let you absorb some of the clues.
I know where you are. I know your address, so I know where you are.
Do you know, have I ever told you I'm on Google Street View? Have you seen
Are
me
you?
on... Seriously, I'm on Google Street View with a dog, walking the dog.
Did the car get you?
Yeah. I really wish I'd had a bit more planning and I would have like waved or something at him, but yeah.
Well, just the country do, or
If you can get the country and the city where appropriate, that's a bonus.
Oh, right.
If you can get the country and the city, I'll give you a bonus point on this one.
So, okay, so they're driving on the right.
Hmm.
So it's not here.
It's not.
It's not Australia. It's not
did the flag,
Japan.
It's the
It's
flag
not
of Red
Singapore.
So
That
a couple
flag's
of
a
more
red
seconds
herring,
on
innit?
this one. There are some clues hidden. Obviously, I've not made it. It's got a famous landmark from the city in there. Next picture coming up now.
Ooh. Oh.
Hmm.
Jeez.
A very famous hotel.
Yeah, I think I know that.
In the loosest possible terms. And if you spot Phil in one of these pictures, he really was caught by surprise by the Google.
Yeah.
And the next one.
Oh. See, I think I know that one.
That's not you on the bicycle, is it, Phil?
But to be honest, I thought this was the first one, so now I'm slightly stumped, unless you've got 2 different cities in the same country.
No.
Or perhaps it is.
I
Oh.
think
Well,
it
you
was,
never know.
it was the spinny thing that's thrown Phil, I think.
Mm-hmm. It threw
What,
hands as well
Norfolk?
when I tested her with it.
I thought it was Norfolk.
They must have a time machine if you can meet Rembrandt.
Absolutely. There's a big clue.
Yeah.
Question 4. Very famous monument, but it's
Yes.
a tricky one, this one. There's not many clues from like road signs either. If anyone's been and they don't get that, they're going to be very, very frustrated by this one. So again, if you can get the city as well, you're getting bonus points for all these so far. The next one doesn't have a city. We'll take, if you can name the landmark, you get a bonus point. You ready? Surrounded by a large park, that one. This one.
Oh, yeah. I won't say anything 'cause I'll give it away, but yeah, I know that one. Yeah.
Two names, hasn't it?
Yeah, but I'm only going to give you one if that's all right.
That's fine.
Like the original one, because I don't know what it is in that language.
No, I've forgotten as well. So we'll take the colonial name if that's...
Yeah, we do the colonial one for that.
Right.
Do you know what? I didn't realise it had a chunk out of it.
So, right, next round. Part 2 is, this is courtesy of Chris. So after turning the tide that was 43, the Allied forces pushing back against the Axis, many would have been forgiven thinking 44 would be the year that would see final victory. So the following questions are themed around 1944.
Right.
So, a bridge too far. The following actors played real people in the film. Can you name who they played? So it's obviously it's 4 questions in one.
Oh my God.
That one.
Yeah, failed.
I'll get these all right because I'm currently reading Anthony Beevor's Arnhem.
Oh, you've got an edge then.
Well, you should get them all right then. If you'd done it the other way round, I could have just probably listed it the other way though.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm dreading the pronunciation of it though, because
I've got no chance with that.
I've got no chance on there.
Terrible. So, who did Anthony Hopkins, Sean Connery, Gene Hackman, and Ryan O'Neill play? So it's 1 point for each. I've not watched this film in such a long time.
I can't remember their first names, but I remember their surnames.
Surnames will do. That's what
We want surnames, we want ranks and everything from you, Buller.
So I'll leave that one up for a second or two longer. See if you can. It's Gene Hackman.
I can't spell C's name, but I know who it is. I can say it. If that
I'm
makes
dreading
sense.
having to say it because it's.
Do you know the
Are you
one?
ready?
Do you know what's annoying, man? The first one.
Yeah.
As I painted his bust and everything, and I cannot remember his sodding name. He's
Bring up the Piat.
properly gone. Oh god, it's really going to annoy me.
Right.
Bring up the Piat.
Oh. Go on,
So-
it might come back to me.
Next question in this round. Oh, I know. Technical error. Oh dear. Right, Battle of the Bulge. In the film Battle of the Bulge, the German King Tiger tanks were portrayed by using which of the following? M47 patterns, 26 Pershings, M60 patterns, or M4 Shermans?
Ooh.
What did they dress up to make them look like king tigers? That's a cool painting, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Okay. Gonna guess.
Okay, next question. Having a technical issue here. Guam. On which date did US troops land on the Pacific island of Guam? 21st of June 1944, 21st of July, it's the 21st of something, isn't it? August or September? That's
This
hard.
is like sitting a school exam.
You can tell
Just
them
have a
two
guess.
teachers. Two teachers have worked on this quiz. Can
Do you
tell?
know, that's what I was just about to say. I said you can tell 2 teachers have done this, haven't you?
I've got no idea what the answer to that one is. I'm being honest. Right, next one.
Not a clue.
502 Abteilung.
Mm-hmm.
Zwei Panzerabteilung 5 what's 2 in German? Zwei had which image as its insignia? Cross keys, a stalking tiger, a mammoth, or an oak leaf? Is it on the paints?
Yep.
Oh, sweet. I know what it is now.
I'll just have a quick look.
Is it what?
It's on the paints if you've got one.
I've just put mine away because it was on here earlier.
I've got mine out. Yeah, okay. I'll change that answer then. I didn't know that. Do you know what? It's funny. I never noticed that till you said it. So, yeah.
Next question. Computer's playing up. Oh, gone back.
No, we've gone back to that one.
Oh, hold on. Hold on, everyone. Hey, look, you don't have this on catchphrase.
Major events of 1944. Place the following major events of 44 in the correct order. The liberation of Paris, the Great Marianas Turkey Shoot, first V1 attack on London, and the Tirpitz is finally sunk.
Oh,
Oh, my God.
So,
You know, we do these quizzes. Next year, we're going to have, like, the kids' Trivial Pursuit version and then the
Absolutely.
adults.
at least I'm not getting the stick for the questions this time. Do you think? Okay, so June 44 was D-Day, so... That's a tricky one. We talked about V1s yesterday, weren't we?
The
So it's point for each. I don't know how we're going to score that one. We'll work that out later. Is it 1 point for them all in the right order? We'll worry about that in a minute. Oh, crikey.
For people
Right.
online putting up the answers, guys, don't do it until we're actually going. And for people who are playing along, just don't look at chat.
Yeah, I can't see chat, so I have no idea what's going on. Part 3
Yeah.
is Interbellum, the interwar years, which tricky to pin down, but we'll go for the European theatre. November 18 to September 39. I know China have different views. So, Washington Naval Treaty. Look at all those fine people sat around that table waiting for the dinner. I bet they didn't get Wimpy's, did they? We're
No.
talking about Wimpy's. Right, in which year was the Washington Naval Treaty signed?
To be honest, I don't even know what it is, let alone when they signed it.
I think the fella here, who's got the best moustache?
Yeah, we're going to go with best moustache.
Washington Naval Treaty, is that the one that limited the number of battleships that each country could have? Or the
What,
size?
probably
of
no
the
one
ship,
took
or
any notice
some-
of.
No, I
I'm
don't
about to say, if
think
that was before World War II, then yeah, that worked well, didn't it?
but it was some restriction on. Right, Spirit of St. Louis. All heard of Lindbergh and the Spirit of St. Louis, but what type of plane was it? Oh, that's a good question, Chris. Shiny one.
Shiny one.
Was it Black Curtis? I hope it's not the last one. I don't even have to pronounce that one. Right, next question. German expansion pre-World War II.
Mm-hmm.
Reordered the events leading up to Germany's invasion of Poland. Oh God, these pronunciations. I avoid tricky words. The Anschluss with Austria, Saar plebiscite, Munich Agreement, the remilitarization of the Rhineland, and the good old Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact.
What?
No idea.
That was the pact between the Soviet Union and the Germans.
Germans.
Not
Is
to do
this
some-
1 point to get all of them right?
Well, we'll have to ask Chris how he's going to score this one.
Because if it is, then I'll do what you do in an exam and just pass this one and go on to the next question.
Munich Agreement.
Right, can someone take Chris out and give him a good kicking for this?
I can feel the ban button coming on.
Yeah, that's it.
Whose idea was it to get him involved, Nathan?
Oh, yeah.
The last time we asked for outside help for anything.
I don't know if you'd have to read some of these flipping words out.
Hmm.
The
Hang on, go
Hindenburg
back. I
Draft-
can't write down quick enough.
Sorry. So, there we go. Put them in order. And, oh, cranky.
Would have been handy if there was like A, B, C.
Yeah, it would have been.
Yeah.
That would have been a good bit of... Good point.
Yeah.
I've got to work
Robert
out-
says if you answer these, you get a GCSE in history. I think you need
I
a
think so.
doctorate, to be honest.
Looking A-level.
Yeah, you need a doctorate. You get a PhD for getting these right.
Crikey, yeah. What a frightening picture, eh? Right, next slide. Hindenburg disaster. What year? 35, 36, 37 or 38? I can't believe someone thought it was a good idea to have these things land at the top of the Empire State Building.
Yeah.
What year was the Hindenburg? You can almost hear that audio clip, can't you, when you see that picture of the fella?
Yeah, doing his commentating on it, yeah.
Best pieces of radio ever, that one. Next question in the interwar section is Soviet armour. What tank is it? Is it T-24, T-35A, T-34-85 and IS-1?
Ooh.
Big one. Why is everything numbered on it?
That's so that when the bits fall off, they know where to go.
Where to put them back. Okay. Right. Next question coming up. Okay. Part 4. No idea what question number we're on now. I've picked these off the PM website. It's an aircraft and vehicle recognition round. What's that? If you're struggling, have a look at Special Lobby.
Blimey, I've got one. That's it. I'm going to quit while I'm ahead.
Fly Navy.
I've sold one to Matt and I can't even think what it is.
Another US, well, yeah, another Navy plane. You see these every day, Matt, when you go to work. You should know.
I know.
And if you get a bonus point for naming the boat, I have no idea what the boat in the background is. So you can say anything, you'll get a point.
It's the Tirpitz.
Tirpitz. What's that?
Hey, what?
No, if you're not a tank, dude, that's a...
In fact,
I tell you what, we've gone from one extreme to the other on this.
No, but you've got to name the kit manufacturer.
Oh, right, yeah. Where's the box art from for a bonus point?
Okay.
And is it early, mid, or late?
Yeah.
To be fair, that's not hard looking at knowing what manufacturer it is it?
No,
What's his name? Next one. No points.
That's
for getting the box art on this one.
AMK.
What type of helicopter is that? Big one. Cool box art. I like that one.
Good one of them.
There are. You can get a point for the tank and a point for the transporter. And that's an Airfix kit.
That's a classic.
Airfix classic kit, that one. Okay. What's next? I think it's general knowledge, sort of. This is a little bit GPT. So which of these cities is not located in southern Spain? Is it Seville, Almeria, Granada or Bilbao? Which is not in southern Spain? Where are you going to draw the line? I don't know, but one of them's definitely not in southern Spain.
Gonna say, because Bilbao, wasn't he in Lord of the Rings?
Absolutely. Bilbao.
Oh, no, he was in Rocky, wasn't he?
That's it, yeah.
So don't get all bogged down about where the line's drawn. One of them is definitely not in southern Spain. Okay, so question 22. In what capital would you find the Little Mermaid statue? This is like general knowledge geography.
Can I do country?
You can do country if you like.
No idea.
Which capital or country? I'm going to be kind. Would you find the Little Mermaid statue? So Salto Angel is the world's largest uninterrupted waterfall. Which country is it located in?
What?
It's literally like the world's biggest single drop waterfall.
Didn't it dry up at some point?
Possibly.
Is it not as quite big as it used to be? I'm sure Joanna Lovely was there recently.
It's not big in terms of like width. It's like a small waterfall that drops a long way.
It's not about girth, it's about length.
Angel Falls, or in Spanish, to give you a clue, Salto Angel. It's not in Spain. It's a Spanish-speaking country.
So somewhere that speaks Spain, right? That's it.
Speak Spain.
We'll speak Spain.
Which river flows through the Grand Canyon?
Oh, know that one.
A big one.
A big one.
I haven't got a clue. Oh, I do. Yeah.
Yes, you do. Honestly, we were talking about it this afternoon.
It did get mentioned by Brett this afternoon, actually.
Yeah.
In the city context, not the river. So
Yeah.
Simon
Yes.
Jose Antonio de la Santísima Trinidad Bolivar Palacios Ponto y Blanco had a massive passport to fit that lot in. He liberated 6 Latin American countries. Name any 2 of them. For a
I thought he was
point.
going to say, name one of his top 10 hits.
I do have to ask someone who's Spanish, why do you guys have such long names? He's otherwise known as Simon Bolivar,
Oh.
you know. But he was the great liberator of
Who did
many
he liberate
countries.
them from?
The Spanish.
No, he is Spanish.
That's ironic. He's kind of Spanish-ish.
Is he like a freedom fighter?
He decided he didn't like being ruled from Madrid anymore and decided to get rid of them lot.
How long did you take
Hey,
to?
is that a bit like the Americans with us?
A
Yeah.
little bit.
They just
And do you know
decided
what?
one day, you know what?
We're better off
There's
without your colonial power.
There's an English graveyard in one of the countries because lots of English, we might call them mercenaries, like the ancient version of Wagner, I guess, went to help liberate these countries from Spanish rule. Okay, last part. I'm sure you've suffered enough now. Know your dicks.
Right, okay.
All right then.
Spotted.
No sniggering.
Trousers down.
Bonus round.
This is like
It
some off
gets-
Blackadder.
It's like the thing from Das Boat. Right.
Name your dick. Born on the 9th of January, died in 1994. Born to a Quaker family, served in the US Navy, vice president, and he resigned from the presidency in 1974. And if you need a bit of
Big
an help,
dick.
here's his boat race, hopefully.
I know who that is.
I do.
Yeah.
There should be a picture, but it's
Dick Van Dyke.
It's Dick Embry full.
Yeah, I was going to say that, Emery. Yeah.
Right, the pictures
that's
are not
question
gonna come up
2.
to make it harder for you.
Is the pitch not working?
Pictures are not working. Right. Oh, God. Born on the
I'm up.
8th of September 1157, died 6th of April 1194, buried in the Abbey Royal de Fontevraud in France. He was a crusader, younger brother called John, known as Coeur de Lion. That's the best clue.
No.
Everybody is been in a film.
I know who it is, but I can't think of his name.
He's Richard.
Oh.
He's been in a film and he was born in
Hey,
1159.
character.
Yeah, it was black and white.
Oh, God.
Oh, the pictures are not coming up, which did kind of sort of make one or two of these a bit easier. Richard, next one. This dick was born in 1930, died in 2002, received 2 Academy Awards for Best Actor, known as a hellraiser and a heavy drinker. He played a king, an emperor, and a wizard, a man called Horse.
Mr. Ed.
I might try and show you the pictures on these after the slide is having problems. Right, this Richard debuted in Sunday the 4th October 1931. Original author was Chester Gould, based on Eliot Ness. Had the first smartwatch, played by Warren Beatty in the film adaptation of 1990.
I know who that is. Hey.
It's the next one. Born 10th of November 25, died the 5th of August 1925, had a baritone voice, War of the Worlds, married first time, it might be a typo there. His famous wife was Elizabeth Taylor.
Hang on. So
So I'm going to put the pictures up for
he
these.
died before he was born.
Well, that took some doing. So, I'm going to put
Yeah.
the pictures up.
Hey, what?
Well, the picture round, the first dick was this one. Pictures now might make it a bit easier.
Big dick.
First dick was that one. Second
Yes.
dick was that one.
Yeah.
Third dick was that one.
Oh,
The fourth dick was that one. And the last
Tracy.
dick was that one.
Broadsword calling Danny Boy.
Absolutely. Right. So we
Is that it? 29 questions. I thought we had 30.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was 30.
That was
Can't end on an odd number, Nathan. That's not good.
And that
I'm
is
pretty
30.
sure that was 30 questions.
You've missed one, Matt.
Which one did I miss? Can we go and do it again?
Yeah, we'll do it again. Okay, so we do the answers straight away or do something else?
no, I think we'll cut straight to the answers.
I think we should do something
Yeah,
else.
put us out of misery.
Do something
Yeah, put
else
us out of the
tomorrow.
misery.
I need my laptop, just give me a second. Chris sent me the answers to some of those, they're flipping hard. Right, I'll leave it on this view. Okay, so this first picture had the Moulin Rouge in it.
Yeah.
Paris.
Oh,
So this is the French flag. So that is in Paris, France.
Yay, Paris.
So 1 point for France, 1 point
That's why I
for
said I
Paris.
think the whirly thing had confused
Yeah.
Phil.
yes.
There's lots of
I didn't
windmills.
see the
Second
flag.
one, you
That's
got-
the
you
Hanoi
got-
Hilton.
That is the
Vi-
Hanoi Hilton in
Vietnam.
Yeah, got that right.
Vietnam. So a point for Vietnam, a second point for Hanoi.
Oh, I get 2 points then.
Okay.
Yeah.
This building here is the Rembrandt House in Amsterdam
Yay.
Yay.
Netherlands.
in the Netherlands.
Yay.
Yes, I got that.
I got that.
Yeah.
This one is the Lincoln Memorial
Yay! In Washington.
in Washington DC. So you get a point for Washington DC or a point for USA.
Yeah, so I got two
No.
for that.
And this one, pardon me, I think this is Uluru.
Uluru, yeah.
Perhaps better known as
Ooh.
Ayers Rock. Will accept either. So you get a point for Uluru, Ayers Rock. You get a point for Australia. Right, let me warm my laptop up. Okay, so Bridge to
Yes. I got a clue.
I have an email with the answers to these.
Anthony Hopkins was John Frost.
Yeah,
Roy Urquhart was Sean Connery.
What?
Soboborski was
Hackman.
who was
Yeah.
Ryan O'Neill.
Jim Gavin was Ryan O'Neill.
Yay! I got
That's right.
jumping Jim Gavin.
Happy
I got
days.
three.
So that's on. You get a point for each.
I got
got
none
three.
for that.
I got three, and
So
the one I
just to
should have got.
recap it, Anthony Hopkins was John Frost, Sean Connery played Urquhart, Gene Hackman played Soboborski, and Ryan O'Neill was Brigadier General James Gavin. Right, this one, cool painting, Battle of the Bulge. They used M47 patterns.
Yay! Yay!
No, I went with the
Doing better than you
M60s.
thought. Guam was in July.
Yay.
Yeah, I got it.
That was it. That was-
I got it.
Yes. Oh my god,
That was a proper guess.
Yeah, and for me.
that was proper.
502 Abtai lungs have a mammoth on them.
Yay, a mammoth.
Yay!
If you've got the paints, you've got an advantage on this one. Right, this one, major events of 44. On the 13th of June, the V1s. Then it was the Turkey shoot, followed by the liberation of Paris. And the last one was the sinking of the Tirpitz.
No, I didn't get it.
Paris, right?
So that
No, I
was
didn't do
I was
anything.
out.
No.
right. That was a tough question. So well done if you got that one. The Washington Navy Treaty was signed in 1922. I'm just going to Google what it was for.
No, I got that wrong. I went 30.
I was a year out. 1
Treaty.
year
I
out.
got feeling it's something to do with battleships. What's it say here? Treaty. Agreed to prevent an arms race by limiting naval construction. It's a bit like the nuclear sort of.
Yeah, so that worked really well for about a week and a half.
Didn't it? Right. The Spirit of St. Louis is a Ryan.
Yep, got that.
NYP.
Which stands for New York, Paris.
Yep.
NYP.
German expansion.
Oh, God.
Tsar
No, I
plebiscite.
didn't even have a go.
The first one, the remilitarization of the Rhineland, the Anschluss of Austria, Munich Agreement, and the last one was the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, that's where they decided what they were going to do with Poland, doesn't it? Right, the Hindenburg disaster was in 1937,
Oh.
Yeah.
and
Yes.
that well-known T-35A.
Oh, got that wrong.
Is it? Oh, I thought it was an IS-1.
Right, I'm just going to go to the PM model stuff to find out what that was.
These should be all right. That's a Guardian.
That's
It
a
is a
Guardian.
Guardian.
Grumman Guardian, that is. Yeah.
Grumman Guardian, that's a handsome plane, isn't it?
Yes.
Better
What's
looking
that
than a
one?
Tomcat.
That's a Devastator. Actually, it's a Vindicator, isn't it?
Vindicator.
Yeah.
Marines one, that one. This is a Tiger tank for those that don't know their tank. So if you do, it's a 3 point.
And it's
What about the
Dragon.
manufacturer?
Dragon. Bonus point for Dragon.
So I've got 2 for that. Yay.
This one is a HIP 17, is that?
MI-17, yeah.
MI-17, yeah.
Or a HIP. And what's the tank transporter?
Camel
Churchill.
Pioneer.
Oh, sorry.
Camel Pioneer. And what's on the back?
Transport. Churchill.
Churchill. Happy days. Right, the northern city of Bilbao is in northern Spain. So the answer to that one was Bilbao.
Oh, that was pure fluke.
Basque region. Very nice city, actually. It was one of those with the art museum, what are they called? The Guggenheim, is it? The Little Mermaid is in Copenhagen.
Vegan.
Denmark.
So you get a
Yay,
point.
got
Or
that.
Denmark. So if you
Yeah.
Angel Falls are in Venezuela.
Oh, that was a good guess.
I put Colombia
no.
thinking
Warm,
Yeah.
but no cigar. Right.
Yeah.
What river flows through the Grand Canyon?
Colorado.
Yep. Okay. You'd have a point if you put Colombia for this one.
yeah, got that.
You have a point. He's got 6 countries. It was
Bolivia.
Colombia. You can have a point. Venezuela, Ecuador, Peru, Panama, and Bolivia.
What
Yay, I got 2.
What about
I got
Mexico?
2.
Not Mexico. Mexico wasn't liberated till much later. They hung on in Mexico for a bit longer. This one is Richard Nixon.
Nixon.
Nixon, yeah.
This one is
Richard
Richard
Lionheart.
Lionheart.
Yeah.
Coeur de Lion, Lionheart.
Mhm.
This one is Richard Harris.
Yeah.
No.
This is Dick Tracy.
Yeah.
And this
Richard
one
Burton.
is the very famous. Oh, doorbell. Richard Burton to finish.
No.
Yeah.
That concludes your torturous Flory Fest.
Let's have a count then through the scores on the doors.
Darren, just put your points up on the what's it?
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Out of 30, was it?
Our forum has very
There's
good
more
knowledge
like some of them are 2, aren't they? and what have you.
Yeah, some of them, that's including the double ones questions, because I've got 2 of them. I got, obviously, with the Vietnam, Hilton, Hanoi, and I did get Bolivia and Colombia for 2 pointers.
days. But thanks for
26.
helping out with quizzes. Quiz questions. Next quiz is at Turkey Shoot, isn't it?
25.
Yes.
Oh,
20.
26.
Well done. I think if anybody got over 20, yeah,
That
Good.
Was good. That was rock
that
on.
was, yeah,
Hard
that was
quiz, that
tough
one.
ones, that one, to be honest.
to say it was the countries that started it off that helped me out, I must admit.
I'll tell you what, looking at Chris's questions, you kind of realise the interwar period was actually quite interesting. There's a lot going on. You think it's just that bit between the wars, but actually there's loads going on.
I knew
Half of them
reading,
I've even heard of.
reading that book on Arnhem would come in handy someday.
Anyway, you know we was talking about Google Street View for people who want to see it. Do you want to see it? Do you want to
You
see
want
me
it?
starring on Google Street View?
Go for it.
Okay. There we go.
All right.
There's me with Lola, and that's Tam. So
Oh,
obviously when we
man.
have Molly, hold on, if I move us ahead, you
How
can
did
get.
you find that?
It's only because I saw him go past, so I thought, oh, it's got to be
Yeah.
it. But there we are. Look, there's Lola and Molly, starring
Oh, there.
back in the day. So yes,
That's a lovely lumberjack shirt you've got on.
that is my winter walking the dog look. So yes,
So Tamsin's got a T-shirt on, and you've got a.
well, yeah, well, I'm a girl, so you know she wears the trousers around here. So yes, this is down the road from my house. So people who don't know, I live just at the top of this road. But it's a really strong, good old Romans. They build good roads. This is about 3 miles long, straight road. It's great. As all the children know round here, go drag racing up and down it. So, but yes, there you go. Claim to fame, Google Street View.
Romans built great roads. It's like Trigger's broom. It's been resurfaced 500 times, and
You know what, though? It's probably still
20 times.
solid underneath all the potholes with the
Yeah.
tarmac, though. So,
Where's the cobbles gone?
yes, that's it. They're still there. They're underneath all these
Still
roads.
under there.
So, yes, good job. Sorry, the dog's going a bit berserk because Towns is back from work. Good job. Well done, everybody. Congratulations. If you manage to get more than 20, then you should be on Pointless as your next point.
Absolutely.
Where you could win £50. It always makes you laugh, doesn't it? You know, like ITV, they were going for £1 million thing. Pointless, you won £8.20. Did you enjoy your
You want
day?
your bus fare.
Yeah, that's it. I've got to be bus fare home if I live round the corner. So, yes, good job. Very good. But no, thank you, obviously, for Nathan
you.
for doing that one, along with Chris, who clearly won't be invited back ever to do it again. To be honest, the next one we do, Andy's going to organise it, because I reckon if Andy did it, I'm on to a certain on that one.
No,
We'll
they
get
were
the
good
crayons
questions.
out.
oh, trust me, it won't.
Multiple
Very
choice.
good questions, then.
I'll be.
Yeah.
I'll
I'm gonna go
probably
home
looking
and-
for.
Yeah. You can't sleep tonight. You could always read the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact and see what it said.
To be fair, we shouldn't complain at Nathan because he's the only one of us that can be bothered to do it.
That's a good point.
Well, the thing is, we always know he did it once and that's it. Nathan, you're doing the quiz, bless him. But he always comes up trumps for all of these events. So massive thank you to Nathan for doing it, because I do know it does give the old sleepless nights.
Yeah, Chris
So,
says he'll make the questions easier next time.
No, we should just do a bit more,
I
revising.
think between all of us, we could do 25 questions each. And then, that
Sounds like
way,
a super Christmas
we could do that one, isn't it? You know, my question is, what 2 colours make blue?
Yeah.
How many colours in the Tamiya range? So, yes, that'll be the one. Cool. Very good. Well done. Right. On this note where we're going through everything, I think it's time we do pop over to obviously what the group builds are going to be for next year.
Oh, waiting for that, is it? Okay.
I thought, well, because obviously people can ask questions and all the rest of it. We might as well just flow
There's lots
through
of
it.
clues. Lots of clues in the quiz is what the
Absolutely. So obviously this is the 2024 area down in here. So usual thing, got your terms and conditions. We will make this available up to you onto the actual forum in the next day or two. So up with the first one, we've got Interwar group build starting on the 1st of January next year until runs till the 30th of June, which is old Amelia Earhart there. So Nathan, do you want to talk us through it?
The first one is literally, and I know if you look at it from the Chinese perspective, the war started long before then, but that gives you ideas. You could do some of the Sino sort of Japanese war, but anything between the 1st of November 18 to the 1st of September 1939, military, civil, anything you like, as long as it was from that period. So at the tail end, you've got your 109s, you know, in the sort of embryonic German Air Force. At the other end of the scale, you've got all your old World War One stuff that's floating around doing all sorts. But you've got boats, planes, cars, the lot go mad. Anything from the interwar period. So Spanish Civil War, you know, all that sort of stuff. You've got loads to play with in that one. But just please make sure the markings are right. If you want to do like a German scrapyard, there's some really cool pictures of all the sort of stuff being destroyed. So there's diorama potential in that as well. Get your wingnut wings kits and smash them up. And there you go.
Okay. Well, you could do that. All right. Okay. So number 2, we've got the classic kit group build, which is obviously something that's been spoken about for many, many years. But obviously getting a time period was the most difficult one for this, wasn't it? And as a team, we did discuss this quite a lot to think, what do you call a classic and vintage kits and stuff like that? But anyway, after a lot of thinking and going through, we've decided on that basically it's any kit that basically has been done before the 31st of December 1990. Obviously, you can do it as reboxes and stuff like that, but as you say, that's what we sort of thought with that one. Because again, a lot of people have been asking to this one for sort of classic kits and stuff, but it's really difficult to sort of work out when we think a classic kit sort of starts and ends, because the definitions of them are a little bit all over the place with this one. So we have decided on anything that was sort of released pre the 31st of December 1990.
Yeah, so Scalemates is your friend on that one. But like, if you're going to do an Airfix classic kit that's been released in the last 6 months, that's fine, as long as the original tooling is from before the end of 1990.
And it doesn't have to be a boat for a sub. It's anything you like, any kit.
The Edison.
Yes.
That thing, that's off to you.
Yeah. I bet that's probably quite expensive kits, those Tamiya ones, classic Tamiya ones like that.
I expect so.
Cool.
Scalmate that one.
Scalmate that one. That's your friend with her. Okay, the next one we've got for the SIG is going to run. So this is obviously the special interest group. So there's no virtual medals or anything for this. This is just the one to join in. Obviously, there will be final reveal videos for all of these ones. But it's the first one of the year. It's going to run from January until May, say end of May 31st. And for this one, we've got the 1944 SIG.
There's literally tons and tons. There's a military SIG, this one. So anything military, but there's so much to do. As you've seen in the quiz, got Guam. Got Market Garden at the end of in the summer, haven't you? You've got loads and loads of stuff from 44. Again, we had a little bit of bother with the last time we did this one. We almost decided not to do this. If an aircraft was operational in 1944, but you're doing 1939 markings, we're not going to be very happy. So the decal sheet, when you do your picture, prove it's 44. Like, here's a picture of the decal sheet, here's the instructions, or here's a photograph. So just watch out for the markings, because, I mean, if you're going to do like a Spitfire Mark 1, I'm not going to be too happy with you. Unless it was in service in 1944.
So I can do a Tamiya 32nd Spitfire in desert camo from 1944.
You think you'll get it finished in time?
To be fair, you opened yourself up for that one.
He did, definitely. Okay, so the second SIG of the year, we're going from a little short one on this one. It's going to go from obviously the 1st of June to 31st of July. For the Espanol.
Yeah, so it's a little bit looser than the one we've got for the United States at the moment. It's anything so you could do like an F-18. I know it's an American aircraft, but it's in Spanish markings. So anything Spanish, used by the Spanish, military, civil, whatever you like. Tons of stuff to go at again. So I've started doing a digging on that one. But if you're not convinced by it, have a look at a Spanish Hornet. They look really cool.
Yeah.
Or a boat,
definitely.
Something from the Santa Maria.
Don't forget their Harriers as well. You could do a nice sort of, AV-8B Harrier. So,
if anyone's brave, do something from the Spanish Armada.
Yes.
Loads of stuff.
Very nice. So there's quite a lot down there. Could you do conquistadors and all stuff like that?
Yeah, you do conquistadors, if you like.
Yep.
Fighting Simon Bolivar on the Battle of wherever it was, Boyacá.
So yes, you could do that one. So it's a nice rich history with that particular one.
Chris
Okay,
said bits of wood on the bottom of the sea.
Dioramas are acceptable. Right, okay, so the next one is Scheme B, which is for the next SIG. It's going to run from August till December. So this one's quite popular demand. It was mentioned about it. I think it's quite a good one. So basically, it's kit, obviously decals, and you've got to use Scheme B. So that's what we're doing with that particular one. So literally, some really, really nice ones in there. So when we say Scheme B, does that mean it has? If you've got Scheme A, B, C, D in a box, you have to do B.
Yep.
Yeah, Scheme B.
So it is Scheme B. So if you've got an Edard one with 7 options, you've still got to do the second one.
Second scheme. So it can be Scheme 2.
Yeah.
You can't use aftermarket decals. That's not the point. It's like the box art gets all the attention, and this little scheme that just didn't quite make it. It was like good, but not quite good enough. And that's what you got to do. Second, whatever it is. So if it's A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, it's the second scheme. It doesn't have to be literally Scheme B. It does say that.
As John says, so any scheme that's not on the box art, no, it's got to be
the second one.
The second option.
Yes.
If you Eddard, how do Eddard number them? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't remember.
And
But
you
whatever
need,
the
think they-
second scheme is.
The scheme B or scheme 2.
you need to
Yes.
prove it with a photo in your group builder.
Yeah. So when you do your actual doing your build thread, obviously just put the instructions up with scheme B, so
Right,
we
hold
can
on.
see that that's what it is.
Right, yeah, look, hold on.
All
So
right.
On
the
the back of
rebel
this-
number them.
On the big back of this little alouette,
Mhm.
we would be doing this one.
Yes.
Yes.
Second scheme.
The second scheme. So scheme B or
which
the
is
second scheme. If they're
Romanian
numbered,
one, so that's
number
scheme
2.
B.
So
Yeah.
what happens if I want to build? I've got a Rebel Red
Tough.
Baron Typhoon like Nathan's got.
You can't do it.
You can't do it because there's no scheme B. Simple.
Got to have scheme
there you
B.
go. It's got to have a scheme B. You're doing
Can
the
you
kit,
buy-
it has to have a scheme B.
Could you buy aftermarket decals and then do the scheme
No.
on the
No, it has
No.
to be a kit with scheme B. So you can't go
It's just like-
aftermarket and
just
pick
that
the
thing,
second
like-
I'm
ones.
only asking questions because I know all the people will ask.
Yeah.
But like this
No.
one's the box art. The box art scheme is the one that gets all the love, and poor old scheme B gets forgotten.
Hmm.
Then so there you go. If the
So-
box has got one scheme in it, pick another kit.
Yes. So pretty straightforward with that. You got to pick a box, or a kit, and go with the second one. You can't do aftermarket. You can't fudge it. You can't change them round or anything else like that. It's got to be the second scheme or scheme B, whichever way it's done.
And if
Number
it's-
2 or a B.
Derek,
If the schemes are not numbered and you're going through the instructions, it's not the first set, it's the second set.
Yes.
just
Right.
Derek, yes, you can do Condor Legion.
Yeah, it's Spanish, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're not going to
Yeah.
get involved in which side of the Spanish civil. It's the Spanish
Then you could do that either for the Spanish or the.
or the interwar. So if you're
Interwar.
mad about the Spanish Civil War, you can do it twice.
Hmm.
Yeah. The scheme
Very
B
good.
should be a bit of fun. 'Cause if-
Should be. Obviously, all the terms and conditions are down in here, guys. Said before, we will put up that one. And maybe, Nathan, I don't know if it's possible. Can you do us that little sheet you did before with just the dates and everything on one page?
I will do, yeah. And Mark's
Because
asking
that's
if
quite
it's an
handy. Because to be honest, I use that. So,
I've not done that sheet yet. But Mark's asked a good question. If it's an F1 car, it wouldn't be the driver who's on the box top. It would be the second driver. So you wouldn't
Yes.
be building Vettel. You'd be doing Mark Webber.
yeah, well, that's what I did with mine. Because I did Scheme B when I did the RB6. So, and it was Mark Webber. So,
So
yeah.
if it's looking all a bit muddled and you can't work out which is the second scheme,
hmm
another kit.
Yeah, pick another kit. It's really
Yeah.
simple. And I will just say, for all the smart asses who try and fudge and wheedle and get their way in, this year we're going to be totally ruthless. So what will happen is your build will just get deleted and nobody will tell you about it. So if your build vanishes, it's because it's not correct. Because we fight and pit and everyone takes the piss and tries to get in and they go, oh, but it was done like this on the Thursday and everything. It won't count. Seriously, if you've got any doubts, pick something else because it just drives us mad. And we spent hours, I mean proper hours, sorting out this stuff. And also, it's not our responsibility to prove you wrong. You need to prove us right,
Yes.
or prove us wrong. So we're not going to go round and argue with you and all the rest of it. If it doesn't count, it's not going to count. But some people, for some reason in the group, just will try whatever they have to do to wheedle in something that doesn't really count. So, there'll be no prisoners this time.
Like lawyers looking for loopholes. It's annoying.
It is.
Right,
It's
so
like
this is
people
a
looking
class-
for loopholes.
We were asked a question before about hurricanes, weren't we? About if you can do the Sea Hurricane. This basic kit doesn't have the Sea Hurricane parts in it, but
Wouldn't it the 48th one he was?
I don't know about the 48th one, but if you look at Airfix instructions, they always give you the date. So that's an easy one to prove it's 1944. Not that one, obviously, it's a Mark 1. But like this one here, it literally says 1944. So just take a picture to say 1944 with your marking. Most decal companies are quite good at doing the same thing as well. So it doesn't take long to prove it because it literally does say April 44 in here. And Scheme B in this one's brilliant. Look at that Royal Navy Hurricane. Sea
yeah.
Hurricane. So
Silver, is it?
it's white. And it's 1944 as well.
We threaten to do it every year, but next year we are going to let Matt loose with the ban button.
The delete button.
delete button.
So just take a picture of the decals, take us, whatever, and if there's no first post in the dated ones, like the interwar ones as well, should make it blooming obvious it's the right date.
So it's moved now, and I can't find it, but there was a question basically saying about what happens if you screw up the decals on your on the second kit. Your second option of it. So if you screw up the decals, what can you do then?
Don't
You get a hammer, smash it all to pieces and start again.
And start again. I say start again. Yeah.
I think at that point you could try and get some decal aftermarket to repair your decals.
Yeah.
But what I would do if that happened, just not let on.
Yeah.
Get some extra decals and just try and fudge it like it never happened. But as long as you're building the scheme that's on the picture that says Scheme B, like this one is weirdly Scheme B, as long as it's that aircraft, no one's going to know, are they?
Yeah, that's it. The thing is, if you're doing something where they're very similar and all the rest of it, doesn't matter really. But
no one's
obviously,
know.
if you're doing it where it's totally different type of things, but the whole point is normally the second option sometimes is a really cool one to do. And like we said, we like to push the envelope and get you to do markings and colours you never would normally do. And this could be a little good opportunity for it as well. But pick your kits, have a look at them, see what the second scheme is, go through your stash, and you can have a look. I'm looking at mine and thinking, what the second schemes do a lot of these be? So,
I mean,
like for instance, if you wanted to do a Harrier, I've got down here, I'm looking at it now, the GR7 Harrier, the Reeboks by Hobby 2000, still the Harrier, they're roughly all the same markings. So, you're pretty safe in that one, but...
Steve says, what if you're not into planes? Well, it doesn't matter. Most models have got more than one.
Armour's got multiple ones. Yeah, that's it. Most of them. Unless you're doing a specific car. Perhaps cars don't have, ones like that. But, yeah.
I don't know, I'm having a look now. A Fiat 500, does it have a Scheme B? I don't know. Rally cars are
different
all right.
number plates.
No, I mean, there's no Scheme B in that one, so I wouldn't do that one because it's got no Scheme B. Yeah. But rally car kits nearly always give you both drivers, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or different rallies and whatever.
If you're doing turpits or something, I guess it's not designed for everything. It's just a bit of fun. It's like,
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's it. People are starting to get picky onto it. Just pick something that has got a couple of, a few options, but most kits have 2 options at least, and obviously down into the Edard ones, you might have 12 to pick from. So,
but most Tamiya tanks have a couple of options, don't they?
I
mean, that's the Airfix, like the Airfix Sea King. It's the same aircraft, but it's still got a second. I'm trying to look
it
for it.
does. Yeah.
My T55 from Tamiya, does that have a second option in it? Should do. Be surprised if it doesn't. Like I said, if it's only a SIG anyway, so it's not a group build that's going to get you a medal. But I bet this has got a second option somewhere. Tell me your instructions. Gate folding. No.
On a separate info sheet.
Is it on the info sheet? I mean, it's got one tank in it, unfortunately, but unit unknown. That's well researched.
Oh, that's even better then, isn't it? I don't even know what it is.
But I've definitely had armour kits where it's given you a couple of options. It's loads of choices.
Does that mean you could do that T55 for 1944 6? It's a unit unknown.
Yeah, totally.
With all
so don't forget, also, this one we're talking about is only a SIG anyway. It's not like a full group build that's going to last 6 months. It's only the, just one of the SIGs. So the 2 big group builds, which tend to be the bigger hitters from this, is obviously the interwar one, which I think is quite a cool subject. Like some stuff in there. And then obviously the classic group build, which again, I think that would be really nice because, let's face it, we've been sort of championing over this year doing older kits, especially monogram. So look, might get out another monogram kit now.
Dave says it ain't rocket science like the quiz.
Like the quiz.
Back together.
You don't need a degree for this, everyone. It's literally pretty straightforward. You'll be absolutely fine. So, yes. Good
Just
job.
think-
How's your figure painting going, Matt?
Want to see him?
Go on then. Let's have a look. I'll put you on full screen.
Hold on, I've turned this camera off now. Hold on. Sorry, it's one of them. I can't. Now I've started the bloody thing. I can't leave him alone. Hold on. Let me get somewhere in shot. Over there. Over
There
there.
we go. Wow, yeah, it's really coming to life now.
Go. All right, isn't it?
He's looking very good. Excellent.
He looks like a proper angry chappy, doesn't he?
He has got a bit of a chip on his shoulder.
So,
But
yeah.
again, that's the thing with it. Now you've got the paint on. When he was just in primer, you couldn't see his angry he looked, to be honest. And now you've actually got the contours in and the things. Actually, yeah, he's proper scowling, isn't he?
Angry man,
Not
in there.
happy.
So
He is.
there you go. Look, when your thingy looks, you can see a bit of colour.
Yeah, got a bit of cheeks going on. Yeah.
Bit of the shadows and done a little bit on the back, but there's not much to really see. But
What are you going to do for his head? Are you going to sort of give him stubble, or are you just going to go for the Baldy effect?
to be honest with you, I don't know, because it's got a bit of shading there anyway.
I think he looks fine.
Because I think it's down the bottom, around where his 5 o'clock shadow would be. Can you see the
Yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
the older tone, shall we say? And I did under his chin look
Yeah.
for shadowing round there. So you could do that on his head, but actually, I quite like how that's come out because it's got that sort of
Yeah.
grey tone under it.
Yeah.
At the sort of the back of his head looks like it's got a bit of,
Not there.
like I say, greyish. Yeah. So it looks like it's all like, yeah, but yeah,
There's an undertone of
yeah,
shaved head.
yeah.
Anyway,
He's obviously
Right. Captain Magenta says now time for the tattoos.
yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool. Actually, you could just if I could do stuff like that, yeah, it would. You could give him a face tattoo, they see, or a neck tattoo.
Yeah.
They're in vogue, aren't they? A neck tattoo.
Yeah, give one behind his ear, some music notes, cheer him up.
Hey, you know what? Actually, that's not a dafters idea of you. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. There you go. Anyway, yeah, but he's coming on. I kind of sketched some loose eyes in just to give him some eyes, basically, because I think that obviously then makes it a bit more recognisable as a face rather than just having some white zombie eyes.
He
Do
looks
you
well
know what else I think he looks like? You remember Ghostbusters 2, the painting?
Oh yeah,
Oh yes, yeah.
really. That is
I
what
can't
it
remember
is.
the name of the painting, but that's who it reminded me of because he's a proper scowler, isn't he, on that?
It
yeah.
reminds me
Yeah,
of
evil.
Telly Savalas, old Kojak.
Yeah, there is that in there. You see, there's a bit of everything, isn't there? You can,
Yeah, you
Anyway.
can see faces in his face.
yeah, you can when you start looking. Yeah, he'll be turning into
Vigor. That's it. Vigor. Don
Igor. Yeah,
Vigor.
Vigor.
Must admit, for the price of the file, it's a really good print, isn't it?
it's brilliant. Yeah, it's a really good sculpt. You're going to print yourself one, Andy? Ever go?
He
I
will
won't-
do as soon as he's finished his Spitfire. He'll do it.
Yeah. An XF15 all over it, then job done.
Yeah, no, you want X17.
X17? Oh, penis pink. Yeah.
Do you know what? Actually, do you know if you ever have got Tammy? I know if you did probably use XS15, a bit of XF1, and a bit of probably one of the blues, a dark blue, perhaps sea blue or something, just to take it off. You'd probably get a decent flesh tone to base it up with for the oils. So anyway, yeah,
Looking very good,
Pretty
though.
good.
I should
Cracking.
leave him alone now for a bit. Yeah. I've got to say as well, I'm actually really impressed with these King Art brushes. It's a shame we can't
This is
sell
a
them.
proper review now, doing them on who are they called? Where'd you get it from?
Gone from the King Art, they're called.
They're actually
It's-
made in US or?
Yeah, they're actually made in the US. It's a Premium 2 Original Gold Round Number 2. Well,
Apparently,
really-
Archie Decals do tattoos.
There you go.
Ah, they do, don't they? Yeah.
Tattoo decals, is that actually a thing?
Cool with a tattoo on your neck or something, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would actually.
Because tribal. Can you remember the old tribal tattoos people used to have?
I was thinking a rose.
The rose.
Yeah, that's it. Swallows.
A tear.
Yeah, that's it. Little tear. Yeah.
A parrot like Phil's got.
There's nothing wrong with my budgie. You leave
Leave
my
his
budgie out of
budgie
this.
alone.
He's all right.
Oh, dear.
He used to be bigger when I was bigger. Now I'm smaller. Yeah, he's shrunk. So
Yeah, Chris says dotted line with cut here.
that's it. A teardrop tattoo denotes someone he killed someone in prison. Oh right, okay.
It's
Fair
a gang
enough.
tattoo, isn't it?
It's gang tattoos. Yeah, it's a bit like a spider, isn't it? That means something or other.
Does
They
it?
all got the symbols, isn't it? Spiders and stuff. Yeah. Yes, I'm sure I saw some documentary once, probably with, I don't know, Ross Kemp.
Ross Kemp on gangs. So, what time's the Scalextrics race tomorrow?
Oh, it's early outdoors, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Not like
Getting up
6
to watch
o'clock,
it,
isn't it?
you fans of it.
Well, I'll probably be up anyway, so I could do.
I'm watching it at lunchtime, I think.
Dates.
Or
Yeah.
evening, depends on what.
Suzuka's usually a good Grand Prix.
So
It is when it's raining.
No one give away the results tomorrow during the shows then.
No, I'll be watching it. I'll get up for it.
What, that Max
No,
Verstappen
don't.
won by about 4 hours, 30 minutes.
Max Verstappen won it already. He set off.
Yeah,
That's
that's it.
everybody else.
Yeah, there you go. The race starts at 6 a.m. Well, in the UK time. So, yes.
Can't wait.
So there you
It's
go.
been
You can
ages
watch
since
that
it's
before the
happening.
show because we won't be back on till 10. So, some
Been a long
time to do that.
Not watched the Japanese Grand Prix in years.
And James
So I
has posted a link to the Archie tattoos.
Ooh.
The
Have a
one 1/12 to 1/8, but you can still make that work, couldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
The bigger ones.
Gosh, oh, look, eBay store. Fleabay. There you go, look.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, it's £12.92 postage
Look.
coming from US. Sure.
Some will have them in the UK, surely.
Surely you could get. I think he does it, doesn't it? Hysterex agents to stuff like that. They might have it.
Yeah.
They do Archer, I think.
Hmm.
It's an idea, isn't it?
So you have to wonder, innit, with all the money, right, that eBay must make, because let's face it, they're robbing bastards as
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
So how comes they have to put adverts for Morrison's on their site? It's not like they need the money, is it? You can understand eBay adverts, but to have a Morrison's advert, shop now, on eBay, yeah, that's just taking the, yeah.
Oh, I've not got that.
I mean, well, I have. But yes. So,
Yeah, I've never seen a Morrison's advert on mine, I don't think.
well, look
Mind
at
you,
that one
what's
here.
that
Got ad
pink at the
blockers.
side?
Hey?
What's the
Well,
pink?
this one. No, that's just
That's an eBay advert.
That's an eBay advert. I can understand that, but Morrison's, it's like, really?
No, I've definitely not got that on. Mine's just says people who viewed this item also viewed then other
right, okay.
listings.
Have you noticed as well, did you read the thing that Amazon Prime are going to put adverts now at the beginning and during all their ones, but you can pay an extra whatever it is and go ad free.
Yeah.
Well,
What's
that's like
another
YouTube
tier?
do it, don't they?
Hmm.
Yeah, but I don't pay for YouTube, so I don't mind adverts on that.
Yeah, that's it. The bit where you pay for Amazon Prime anyway, and now you got to pay to have your adverts taken off. It's like,
That's Sky TV, though, when you pay a fortune to watch Sky and you still have to
And
watch
adverts.
adverts.
and you have to pay adverts. So yeah, definitely.
How do you think they get the money to pay for the Premier League football rights?
Well, yeah, this is it. Yeah, that's what it is. It's subsidising getting the football rights.
But to be honest with you, I'd rather have adverts on BBC's things than not pay a TV license. But
Yeah.
Good point.
Yes.
So what's planned for tomorrow then,
so what-
Mr. Philip?
Right, well, tomorrow, obviously, in the morning, we've got the clinic. which is set up for anybody who's got any problems with modelling. So it may be you've got problems cutting things off the sprue, it may be you've got problems sanding things, it can be problems literally from your glues and when to use different glues, or it's not working, you've got failed joints, it could be your filler problems, things like that. It might be obviously all your, rescribing, re-riveting problems, right the way through obviously to your airbrushing. I'm being attacked by a midgie. Go away. And yes, so anything at all, any modelling problems related. We're not doing sexual health clinic, unfortunately, this week. That was last week. So we can't tell you where you got that rash and that fungal infections come from. Your pH balance is a bit high on that one. But anyway, for the modelling clinic, we'll be with you 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So that's what we're doing in the morning show. It's all going to be about the clinic. And then obviously what we can do between us all, or obviously you guys as well, at home and obviously in YouTube land and whatnot, you can got any ideas, suggestions to help people out. The idea is we will get involved and have a go. And if we can demo it and show it, we will obviously do that as well. So it might be anything from building, anything from airbrushing with your paints, your varnishes, right the way through to your decaling and your finishing off as well. Anything whatsoever. So if you've got any problems, you can post your questions up and obviously we'll get hopefully some answers to you and help you out and get you back on track with it. So if your mojo's gone, if your last model hit the wall or whatever you've done with it, then that's the show for you. So yes. And then obviously in the afternoon, we've got Airfix on. So I've got loads of questions from people. Pretty much they're all roughly the same thing at the moment. But obviously Peramjit will be on with us. So again, he's got a presentation and then he'll be doing a Q&A afterwards, which will then see us out, I think. So
Cool.
Be a good one. Definitely be a good one. So you're not going to want to miss that one.
So I think we ought to flick to Nathan on the overhead, see how his F-35's coming along.
Oh God, right, okay. Hang on a minute. Caught me off guard there. I have to press things to get another 3 little dots up.
Yes.
It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Here we go. See that?
Oh, look, looking nice that is. Yeah, no, it's looking proper good, that.
So I've just put the, what do you call it, on the decals set in the micro sol, the red one.
Mm-hmm.
So the decals are down.
Very nice.
6 on 7. So it's basically waiting for the decals to dry, gloss coat, Flory wash, flat coat, done.
Sound.
Only painting I've got left to do is the engine. So I'm doing it everything hanging out, all sort of hovering.
Yeah.
I think, you can't really ruin the lines on this aircraft, can you?
No.
That goes, and the blue tack's in the way, but that'll sit in there somewhere. That needs all metal, sort of metallizer painting.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lovely little kit. You don't need filler
Very
unless
nice.
unless you make a mistake like I did.
Mm-hmm.
Disturbed the decal. So yeah, been fun. So it
Very
could be
cool.
done in a day. I'll
Mhm.
stay up till
Gone midnight.
Yeah. No,
Oh, yeah.
thoroughly recommend it. Just look the decal up.
Very nice. Cool. Coming along very, very nicely on that one. And I was just about to say something now, but I forgot what I was going to say. Sorry, I've gone a blank. I was going to say something.
You can say, let's have a look at the PM store.
Oh, no, I was, but hold on. We'll do that on the October. But no, I remember what it is. Somebody just asked about that. You can do your man cave tour, right? So tomorrow morning, we will do it. Won't we, everyone?
Right.
Yeah.
Matt's got
Yeah.
B-roll because he said he was going to do it for me last week, so I know he wouldn't have forgotten. I'm going to take you around the store with Andy.
Oh no, but I wasn't there on Saturday, Friday, so I never got a chance to do it.
Oh, is that what it was? We discussed this. I knew everyone would have forgot because I must admit I forgot about it afterwards. But we said, tell you what we'll do, we'll take the camera around the store.
We didn't forget, we just didn't get a chance to do
That's
it.
for the turkey shoot. Join us in 2 months' time when we're back for the turkey shoot.
hey, after this weekend, it would be on the shelves.
Yeah, that's it. The warehouse would be empty. It'd be stripped.
There'll be a beer.
It looked like we've been during the lockdown when everyone's been in and swept everything off. So
If you get a chance, I might run around with Matt tomorrow while he's picking a couple and
Tomorrow?
Monday. Okay. We will see. We'll see what we can do, and then obviously we'll be back.
hundreds of kits piled up at the door waiting to go out,
Yeah.
and the postman turns up and has a heart attack.
Not there.
We can't fit him on his van.
That's it. So yeah, what I will do though is if the guys can do it as well, because they can spin all around their cameras. In the morning, we will spin our cameras around the webcams and show. I will plug it because my webcam's not actually attached, so my big camera's a bit big to move. So, but I will get the webcam out and do my roving bit and can show you around. You guys probably know a lot of mine anyway, but clearly we want to see Andy's and Nathan's. I think that's the two everyone wants to see.
Fair, from what you can see of mine is pretty much what you can see, to answer. There's not much more to see. But...
Yes.
Yeah, that's a mess at the moment.
Robert says, does the RAF fly the F-35A or just the F-35B? No, we only fly the B. Yes, just the B.
They do want to buy the A, don't they, the RAF? But
do they? I haven't heard that.
They didn't want the B, but they want the A. But seeing as like they all...
What happened to this Tempest aircraft?
They're still on the go.
That's a few years away anyway, isn't it? That was just, the concept.
That's to replace the Eurofighter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a Japanese,
the
Italian,
agreement
British.
was the B, wasn't it? Because like Andy said, they did R about pulling out from the B, didn't they? But
they'd already committed to it.
The Americans said no. You've agreed to it.
Mm-hmm.
There was rumours they were going to do like a catapult. We're going to have a steam catapult carrier, but then they decided that was too expensive, so they brought the B back, and then the RAF were told you're getting the B.
But they're so intermingled now, aren't they? The RAF and the Royal Navy with the pilots. This will like fly.
Well, the thing is, there was a rumour going around not so long ago that actually to bring the carriers back in and refit them with cables and catapults again. So to make them a bit more NATO friendly.
Yeah, they're capable of doing it, aren't they?
Yeah. So they're on about bringing him in, getting rid of the ramp, and then doing that as well, so it can do both, or ski jump, angling it. So, but yes, never mind. So yes, good job. So no, we will get the cameras out, and obviously we will have a look around in the morning. So if everyone first thing can have the camera ready to go, and then we can swit it out, or if we do it last thing maybe, and then that way you've got time before the afternoon to straighten your cameras out and stuff.
Yeah, Malcolm said, it's strange seeing an RAF 617 squadron pilot on the Queen Elizabeth. And that show, is it on Channel 4, Channel 5, the Top Gun?
I only saw the first one. I haven't seen any of the others.
Yeah, one of the pilots flying the Eurofighters, he's Royal Navy.
I'm surprised.
To be honest, it goes back right the way through, because it was an RAF pilot who was with Sharkey Ward, went down to the Falklands, because he came from a GR1 and was training people to fly the Sea Harrier, and then ended up going down to the Falklands.
Well,
so it's intermingled all the way through. But as RAF in Navy and Navy before this.
A lot of the RAF ones ended up down there anyway, didn't they? But didn't have enough Royal Navy ones.
Surprised the Navy went for it, because if you have this like shared resource, it kind of stops the fleet air arm being a fully independent air arm, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That was the whole thing. When they lost the fleet air arm for a while, didn't they? Back after World War One, the Royal Navy. So I'm surprised, but it's cost, isn't it? It's just if they can share one aircraft, they can put RAF fighters on a Royal Navy carrier. You can see the sense in it.
Well, at least the thing. Do you remember a couple of years ago when they was on about us having like a timeshare with the French with it? They could have it for summer holidays and weekends, and we'd have it during the week, the carrier, to spread the cost. Can you imagine that in practicalities, how that would actually ever work?
They'd just end up sabotaging it for each other.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you? No, I'm sorry, we've left it broken, so you're not going anywhere for your stint on it. Yeah, how would that have actually ever worked? That would have been an absolute nightmare. So, yes. Good job. Yes, apparently the refit or retrofit is still on the cards. So, but very nice.
I guess I'm surprised that the RAF hasn't got some A's, because they've got such a bigger range.
Yeah.
Better weapon load.
Yeah.
But money is tight, isn't it? So they can't have everything.
Is Matt still painting his head? Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Let's hope he is. Jesus.
Sorry.
It's either that or he's doing something else. The angle he had that'll be for the screenshot. Right, okay, for the final time today then, everybody, don't forget the reason we're all here. Sorry, no, everyone doesn't like showing themselves on the thingy. Obviously, we got 25% off all Flory Models washes. This will run through till tomorrow night. So we got 25% off the thick washes. We got 25% off the normal washes. We've got 25% off the bottles. We got 25% off all the pigments. And we've got other discounts, clearly, some good ones as well. So you pick up a t-shirt just for a tenner and things like that as well. So we've got the sticker set, and this is the mouse mat. And it comes with the collector cards as well. So you've got all of those. And these are great for bending photo etch as well, because I use it for doing photo etch. So that's really good. But it's only £8 plus VAT for that particular one. And then obviously we've got all your other bits and pieces down in here for your fleeces, your hoodies, and all your things like that as well. And as I say, it looks like we've only got 4 sets of 3D printed nozzles left as well. So if you want to grab any of those ones, you can do. They are up and available to get right now on the florymodels.org one. Again, if you want to join up for membership, if you fancy, you love what we're doing, you can pretty much get this every day. If you're really bad. And again, just pop along here, go to membership, and it talks about all the details down in there. If you're not in the EU, you can come directly to us. If you are in the EU, you will have to go via Patreon. So you can sign up through Patreon, because Patreon does all the VAT and it sends all the cash to your relevant countries and all stuff like that for me. So it saves me having to do it. So, but anyway, usual thing, it's £4 plus VAT. So simple as that one to do, or it's £5 including VAT if you go on through Patreon. All right, so that's those ones, really straightforward. Special offer section over on the PM model. So this is pmmodels.uk. Shall I refresh just in case this is any change? There we go. So we've sold out, unfortunately, of the Andy's Hobby Headquarters 1/16 Mammoth Sherman. That one is gone, but we've still got plenty of the other ones left. So if you fancy grabbing any of these, some really good bargains up there. 30% off, obviously, down there on the winged up, not winged, border models, no section. Ooh, almost said it. And again, all the other kits as well. So if you want to grab 25% or up to 30% on some cases, you can do that right now. Don't forget, though, you can get obviously 15% off all kits. And we've got lots of kits. We've got lots of Airfix down in here. So we're pretty well stocked up, really well. Well, we were at the beginning of this. As well, so you get sort of 15% off anything you see. All discounts will be added at the checkout. Don't forget, all prices on the PM store are inclusive of VAT in the UK. All the ones on the Flory Model site are plus that, but the prices are listed in both versions anyway. We've got all your paints, your glues, your sundries, and all your other bits down in there as well, and all your other kit manufacturers. So if you want to grab anything from these, you can. So we've got a nice little bit of Hobby Boss down in here. I'm looking for the Guardian. Where's that Guardian? Is it in here somewhere?
It's there somewhere, yeah.
Special hobby.
Special hobby.
Oh, special hobby, sorry.
Special
yeah.
hobby. Sorry, yeah, it was, wasn't it? So, yes, very nice. And if we just pop into special hobby, there it is. Into here, we can find a Guardian somewhere. Where is it?
Handsome aeroplane.
So,
There it is. On that road.
there it is. So if you want to build it, you can build it. Look, for just £40.30 minus 15%. You'll get 15% off.
They do a pregnant one that looks even more handsome.
Do they?
Yeah, they do a AEW version. Yeah, it's got a bit of a big bulge on the bottom of it.
Oh,
I love special hobby for picking subjects like that.
Yeah. I know we've said that we'll replace those tomorrow morning, but I think I'll replace the Andy Hobby's Headquarters Sherman with something so it's there ready.
yeah. Cool, very nice. And don't forget, this also includes our new arrivals as well. If you want to get 15% off, you can do as well. As I say, we haven't got much in here because obviously we're making sure we're ready for this. But I see we're out of lightnings again. I'll tell you what, that sword lightning is sold incredibly well.
Yeah.
Literally, every time we get a pile of them in, they go straight back out again. So, but yeah, very nice.
You wait till the 2-seater's back in.
Well, that's what I am waiting for it, because you sold mine. I
And
had one of them.
And we had a pre-order on it as well beforehand, so it's
Yeah, that's it. No, they've gone really, really well on those, but then they are nice kits.
Have you got one, Nathan?
I've got one of the single seats, and I've got a 2-seat as well in
I'm
48.
not sure if I've got one or not. Don't think I
The
have.
sword kits are good because they do the versions that Airfix in 72 never got round to. And then the 2-seat in 48 again, Airfix never got round to. They're nice kits.
Cool, very nice. Right, don't forget as well, obviously 10% off over at the guys over at High Altitude Hobbies. So if you're in the USA, that's the easiest way to get Flory Models, bits and pieces. And obviously if you are in the EU and you don't want any hassle with the old VAT or import charges and all the rest of it, best bet is to get anything you like from Serious Models as well. They can sort you out just down in there. So quick refresh in here. If we've got anything in here, let's have a quick look. See? Oh, quick, one more. We have a nice Tomcat. Look at that. See, even in RAF markings, it looks really nice. So yes, very nice indeed. So which one is this? This is the a selection of my F-14 builds, Matt. Come on, admit it's a good-looking aircraft.
So is there more? More than just one?
Yeah.
Yes, there is. Look, there you go. So look, that's nice. See, look.
Nice A4.
That's it. Oh, look, there's Pencil, commonly known. It was Pencil. And so that's Felix 1. So, yes, that's Felix. Hey, look, it's got a Felix. Shut up. Even better. So, look, very nice as well.
They're very nice.
See, look, everyone loves a Tomcat. Classic lines of a Tomcat. Very nice. A nice little in-flight diorama there with a little scooter underneath.
That looks cool.
I've decided what I'm going to make you build, Phil, for vintage kit thing next year.
Right. As long as it's not...
14 so much.
I am not building the Revel F4 and 48 scale D because that's an awful kit.
The Airfix just not in.
Oh, yeah, the
Matchbox. I'll tell you what. Do you know what? I've built the Matchbox one because when I've often talked about this, when I was a young kid, I built. I think it was 4 F14s in 72nd, and they were the Matchbox ones, and they had the Wolfpack markings, VF1.
That's the one you're going to do.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I will take you up on that. I will get hold of that kit.
I will find you
that's
one.
a proper nostalgic build. That is. Yeah.
Okay.
You heard it here.
And then you've got to follow it up with your monogram one.
The God, that
Is
monogram
ever
one.
doing F14?
Yeah, they did the D, and it's an awful kit. It's got the worst seam line joins of the top half and bottom half to go together. It's horrible.
What about we could actually get you a Tamiya 32nd one?
Oh, that's even worse because it's bloody half a kit. If you get
pick your poison.
Yeah, that is because their thing is like literally a hybrid of raised and recessed panel lines. It's like, oh, that's why I've got that one there, the big Trumpy one, because that's so much nicer to do than it is the Tamiya one.
Didn't Revell do a 32nd one as well?
Yes, yeah, and I built that as well back in the day. Yeah. To be honest, that's not bad. It's not good, but it's not as bad as their 48th one.
Have you ever built Revell's 32nd? Is it Grippin that did?
No, I missed that. Do you know? I know the ones you did, and do you remember for people at home? They did the F16. Yes. And it had lights as well. It had lights, and it was proper bulbs in those days because it's pre-LEDs. And you used to have wires going out to it, and it had landing gear and wing lights and that. And I always wanted that kit as well, but it was never. Yeah, it was well out of my price budget and obviously skills of those days because I was only about 7. But yeah, but that Grippin that they did is really sought after now. People like to do that one.
Yeah, it's really expensive and hard to get hold of. Yeah.
Because also they did the experimental F16 with a Delta wing, didn't they? The XL.
Yes.
That was the big 32nd one in that as well, and you just don't see those anymore. People have squirreled them into their stashes like Andy.
You know what, Phil? It says here, I quote directly from Peter Oxley. He said, "You can have all my F14 Matchbox kits."
Well, that's very kind of you, Peter.
Is that how that translates?
If you read it properly, it says you can have all my F14s from my Matchbox stash.
Please.
But you've got to build Scheme 2.
Do you know what? I think Scheme 2 is the Bounty Hunter one. I think Scheme 1 was VX1 with that, and then Scheme 2 is VF2.
With an F14, you can't have a bad scheme, can you?
No, it's very
Whether it's
difficult.
A or B or C or D, you can't have a bad scheme.
Yeah, I like building Matchbox kits and wrecking the boxes and ripping into them and throwing them away because it's another less one for the world. And afterwards, we'll take it out and shoot it.
Burn it. The other good news is Richard's put up that he's pretty sure the Hasegawa 48th F14 is pre-1990.
Do you know what I think it is? I think it's around about... Yeah, I was going to say, it's latter 80s, isn't it?
So there's when you actually think, if anybody out there is thinking, oh, classic kits, I don't like them. I don't like raised panel lines. If you do your little bit of research, you can find some early recessed panel line kits that are very, very nice. And Peter says he's just putting the stamps on the box right now. They'll be on their way to you on Monday morning.
So let us down, Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Assegai
Peter,
F14.
I'm awaiting the kit to drop through the door.
Assegai F14 is 1988.
That was a good
Yeah.
guess, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Aye, spot on.
I'm such a nerd.
Yeah, that's blimey.
Blimey. Right.
What about the
shall we call it
Assegai
right
F4?
Assegai F4 Phantoms, they'll be alright.
Yeah.
Classics. It
Good
took us
kit.
a while though to pin that 1990 down, didn't it? It's like,
Well, I
right?
must admit, we did go over the dates for doing that, wasn't it? We came to the 90s
Yeah.
and thought, yeah, I think that's roughly where it would be. But as you
But-
say, if you do fancy some nice kits, there are some nice ones there. You know.
But what is really frightening is if you do a quick bit of maths at how long ago 1990 is now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Feels like it should be like 5 years ago, but it's not.
Yeah, I know.
So-
I left school.
That
Was
was
it
the
89
era.
or 90? Is it 89 or 90 I left
Yeah.
school? One of those. So
That was when you used to get your Hannon's catalogue printed through the post.
big, thick thing. Yeah. Yeah, those were the days. That was your option. And then dial-up came along. And then somebody would go on the phone and cut you off.
Yeah.
It's like, you'd be online and suddenly it disconnects and somebody's going, hello? It's like, what? Get off the phone, I'm on the internet. It's like you couldn't phone anybody who had internet between 5 and times. And obviously if you tried to get on around about 6 o'clock, you could never get on, could you? So yeah, the good old days. That's how it should be.
Absolutely. It was a good era, the 90s.
It was. Good. Right, okay then guys, we will leave it right there so we can get a bit of shut-eye.
Yeah.
And things like that, so we can recharge our batteries and be all refreshed for the morning. So don't forget, you can go off and have a look around your bits and pieces. Those special offers that we've got going up with the PM store, they all stay there till the morning. So you've got a bit of a time overnight as well to have a look, grab yourself and stuff. If you want to get some orders or some merch, be much appreciated, things like that. Don't forget, a quick like would be quite nice down in the old YouTube page if you're watching us on YouTube. And if you do want to subscribe and things like that, then obviously you're more than welcome. We'll be back with you in the morning, bright and early and bushy-tailed. I'll probably put the Parisian French morning music on for that one,
So
for the
I've got my
beginning.
croissants ready.
So you get your croissants and everything. So we'll go for a Parisian morning start to the morning show with a coffee or an espresso down in there. And then obviously we're going to have the clinic. So if you have got any airbrushing problems or you've got some modelling in general problems, shout out and we'll try and get you on the right track for that particular one. And then we'll be back with you in the afternoon at 2 o'clock, obviously with Airfix. And Peramjit will be on with us talking about what he does for the company and his designs. And obviously he can answer a lot of your questions as well. So that'll be a great show along with that one. So thank you very, very much for joining us today. It has been an absolute pleasure as well. Thank you to everybody who's bought some bits and pieces as well, because that means Monday's going to be a busy day. So
And
massive
Tuesday
thank you
and
to
Wednesday and
Tuesday and Wednesday getting them
Yeah.
out. So yes, it's going to be full on obviously over on Monday and probably Tuesday, Wednesday to get all your orders out as well. But a massive thank you for all your support. It is very much welcome
It is.
and needed.
It's
So
very much
that's it.
appreciated.
We're all going to a party the following week, so we need to get it all wrapped up.
Yes, definitely. Yes, you do.
Well, that's
There's
going around
certain
quick,
thing
isn't it?
happening on Thursday night.
Anyway, what's this? I've heard it's free bar.
It is now.
No,
Yes.
to be honest, I think you get one drink as you enter, which is a small little, something,
What is
and
that?
that's
Cordial.
it. It's a cordial, yeah. Lemon cordial as you come in. The rest of it you're paying for. Hey, look, I have paid us to have our own bar though, so we've got our own bar, but unfortunately it's not an open bar or a bottomless bar. You do have to pay, but we have got our own bar, so
Get
that's
your
all
brother
right.
on it.
Well, yeah, and you want to chat him up, say, look,
will do.
I would have
I will.
thought. Right, okay, guys, we will leave it right there. Thank you very much for joining us today and this evening. As I say, we will catch you all nice, bright and early, 10 o'clock in the morning. So until then, everybody, happy modelling. Take care. Say goodbye, gentlemen. We're out of here.
Good night.
Bye.